Alright, I am here with a review from a brand that doesn't get enough love in my opinion. This is Attraction Vamp in the color Praline. I love this color. Praline was one of my favorites when I first started wearing wigs. I am a natural dark brunette. I used to dye my hair with dark brown box dye so that I could match the fibers that I was using to hide my hair loss. And when I started to get a little more comfortable with wigs and I wanted to branch out into maybe some lighter styles or pieces or colors, I should say, this was one of the ones that I tried and I absolutely loved it with the highlights. So I'm going to tell you all about Vamp. I know many of you love this piece because I've heard from you, and that's why I have it today to review. And I'll tell you all about this color and we'll look at it inside and outside. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. And because I've heard from so many of you about this style, I actually reached out to Name Brand Wigs. They're so wonderful and they really do support this wig wearing community. And when I shared that I thought more people needed to see this one, they said yes and sent it to me. Attraction is a really popular brand for its price point. It is a major name brand, but they have a lower price point than a lot of them, even when they have some nice cap features like this one has with a lace front and a mono part. So I do love showing Attraction wigs. I don't think they get enough love. So if you've not heard of this brand, now you have. Let's take a look at this one from all sides. Hope I got the full length. It's always hard to know because I have to get up so high to be able to show you these super long wigs. Now, I will give you a caution right off the bat. This one does tangle a fair amount. The fibers on this one feel a little bit drier than some major name brand wigs. Not doll hair dry or anything super unnatural. And actually, I think the drier fibers actually cut down on shine that can be a part of regular synthetic pieces. So sometimes those drier wigs, while they can tangle a little bit more, and you can see it's already tangling some, what you trade in having to comb through with a wide tooth comb more frequently, you get maybe less shine, which I really do appreciate. I would just recommend carrying a wide tooth comb with you. Any wide tooth comb will do. Start at the ends, kind of get those tangles out. One of the reasons this tangles is because it's so long, and when it rubs up on my clothing, that friction can create tangles. But as long as you can comb through it regularly on a length like this at least every hour, I think it'll be fine. And because this is not heat friendly, you're not going to have to deal with the friction on the ends like you will with heat friendly wigs by taking heat. You don't need to do that to maintain this one. So just comb through it regularly, maybe put in a leave-in conditioner, and then you should be fine with this piece. Now the overall length on this piece is 23¼ inches. So, I mean, this is mermaid hair for most of us. It's about midway on my own bust, but I am also pretty tall. So I would say this is definitely going to be super, super long. It does have a lot of layers, which I love. I think it makes this piece really flattering, and some shorter layers on the top. So if you are a bang person, you can absolutely cut bangs into this one. And I actually have a video showing how to take a thinning razor to do that. You don't have to be skilled to use a thinning razor. What I love about it is it's kind of foolproof and you can go slow. You don't have to worry about taking a huge hunk off the bangs, which I think is a fear for most of us who don't have hair cutting skills. So it can really help. So if you wanted to cut a full bang into this one, you absolutely can. Now this one weighs quite a bit because of its length. We're looking at about 5.1 ounces, but look at that ponytail. It's not a super heavy density. I would consider this a more of a moderate density, and we don't have any permatease. Some crimpy fibers right here at the crown. Nothing traditional, no like poofy, pillowy permatease that gives a lot of volume on top. This one is pretty flat on top actually. So if you struggle with voluminous wigs and permatease, this one doesn't have that, but it does weigh quite a bit. So for me, In the summer especially, if I were to wear this one, I would likely wear it in a ponytail much of the time, just because I get warmer the more hair that's on my neck. One thing I love to do is put long wigs like this in a ponytail, and because this has those layers, you've got some face framing layers just built right in, which can really help make a wig look a lot more realistic. And sometimes I like to even do a twist and stick like a claw clip out and then let the hair spill down around it. So I do think this is going to give you a ton of flexibility with style. We have a lace front that goes ear tab to ear tab. So really an extended lace on this one, and a left side mono part. Left going over to the right. So think about where you part, left going over to the right. We've got ear tabs with soft material and bendable stays, extended nape, and Velcro adjusters. The rest is open. So let's talk about fit. Main Attraction is a brand that I believe runs very true to average. I think if you are average to even average large, you might find Main Attraction to be really comfortable. I am more average petite, or even really petite over the top of my head. I have a 21¼ circumference, 12¼ ear to ear, 12½ front to nape, and I'm getting a lot of extra cap on the top, but most importantly, it's really loose around my circumference. I can actually cinch this one in particular, but most Main Attraction wigs, I can cinch in nearly all. I just realized I forgot to show you this lace front, so let's take a look at this lace front up close. So there's that lace. They did such an excellent job. Knots are tiny, even though this isn't a blonde. Such a good job. That's why I say I think this is an unsung hero in the wig world, this brand, because they do have a lot of the wonderful cap features that the more expensive wigs have, but at a lower price point. I don't know how they do it, but I'm grateful that they do. So just wanted to tell you that. There's that parting. No flexibility on the parting. Great, great piece. Let's talk about color. Praline. Now, the description of Praline, let me look at it here because I wrote it down. Dark brown with golden blonde, because it's a darker brown up here. And then it's fairly heavily highlighted. There's a little bit of a money piece up here in the golden blonde, but it's not like overwhelmingly highlighted, and because of the dark brown, I could wear it. So just a beautiful color. It's almost like somewhat blended, somewhat highlighted. So we've got some of that blonde sort of in individual strands blended in, but then you can see there's absolutely some chunky highlights. And I would say these highlights, they're a little golden, but they are a little ashy as well. And this brown is more of a neutral to warm brown. So I'm not seeing any red in this piece. It's not like an auburn. The highlights are not auburn. So if you're trying to avoid reds and you can do a heavily highlighted darker brown, this could be a great one to look at. Beautiful color. Let's get outside so I can show you this color outside. And again, if you can wear longer pieces, or you're looking for a great one to put in updos and ponytails, sorry about the dogs you guys, then this one could be one to check out. You can always shorten it if you want to. I actually have a video showing how I did that with a synthetic headband wig. Same approach would apply here. I'll make sure that's linked below. Thanks once again to Name Brand Wigs. I got a little chatty in this one, you guys, but sometimes I just see opportunities to teach. And if you've got a lot of experience with wigs, just remember your wig sisters who don't. And everything is scary and everything is foreign. And oftentimes that's what I'm thinking of when I'm getting a little chatty and sharing a lot of information. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, here you go. It's really windy. It's always hard to show color when it's so windy. I know it's great to see the natural movement of the piece, but it can make it hard. I'm going to switch hands here. Sorry for the shaking, you guys. So you can see heavily highlighted. More of a neutral brown, no red. Switching again. I normally don't have to do that if it's not so windy. All right, I hope this helps. Definitely for the wig sister who likes heavy highlights. Thanks for watching. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.